Judge the Court of Love. The Court of Love with Judge Love.
Plaintiff is awarded full living room custody of the futon between 2 p.m.
Objection
and 7
overruled.
p.m.
Objection overruled.
I will hold you in contempt of law.
Contempt of love.
Impressive 1.5 GPA and a strong D in college psychology. College psychology.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Love.
Welcome back to another groundbreaking episode of the Court of Love show. I am Judge Love. With me this evening is our permanent special guest, Ms. Mika. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, so
I can't wait for today.
why is that?
So we got a lot of stuff, and I'm excited.
Oh, well, I actually did not plan the show at all. So, well, what kind of stuff do we have if we have so much stuff today?
Stuff.
That sounds very promising, ladies and gentlemen. But, again, this is a caller show. We want you to call in with your comments, your compliments, and your questions. You can keep your concerns for somebody else. The number to call in is 470-251-4343. If you call the show right now, we're not really going to give you a lot of stuff, but we will give you free relationship coaching. That is why we're here, because we are coaches.
Mm-hmm. And answer the phone for free, too.
Very funny. So, I have a question. How much do you think it's appropriate to spend on a first date?
I won't be paying. No. Okay, but seriously, I would say, I don't know, maybe $20.
$20.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. I'm serious. I'm not spending. This is, you've passed my pre-screening, meaning I've gotten on the phone with you or talked to you in person or whatever, and, it seems like you have common sense. So let me see what else you got going on. But I'm still not going to spend $50 on you.
$20 is too much. I would say $7 is appropriate. Oh, the audience agrees with me.
What?
Ladies
you're
and
not
gentlemen,
even gonna let her supersize?
We want to thank you for being our audience, but there's something important we haven't talked about. Hall's cough drops touched me appropriately when I was sick. They gave me throat relief, and they are a great company. And we think you should purchase their fine products. Thank you very much. Thank you.
That is weak.
Moving on. So you said, what, $20? $20?
You just gonna go back to what we were talking about just like that? Okay. Yes. $20 for the both of us. What I want to know is what you're going to be purchasing for $7 for two people.
That's true. You make a good point there. Well, if you go to Alon's Bakery and Market in Atlanta, you can get, theoretically, you can get 2 drinks and the pastry for $7. Now, these drinks are like, the refrigerated lemonade kind of thing. So if you want coffee, it's going to be a little bit more than that. But, so you're saying $20. Okay. All right. That's all right. It's going to be maybe Cafe Intermezzo because they have, fancier drinks. So I would say then it's probably going to be an average of $4 to $5 per coffee and then, tip. So maybe that'll be a $20 date. What do you think? Have you heard of Cafe Intermezzo? Did you even read the damn email? Yeah, okay, you know what? I don't want to talk about this right now. I don't want to talk about it.
One more time, we're going to commercial break.
We don't have any commercials.
I know that.
You want to just take a break in silence and... Oh, we go. Commercial. Well, that was the correct video that we had mentioned before. We have a very special treat. We are going to have the jury. We are going to have the jury MP4 file. The jury is going to be here today later. Mm-hmm. They're going to be here with us later. But thank you, viewers, for watching the show. Again, the phone number is
470-251-4343.
Very good.
I read that email.
You know what? That's not here or there.
It was over there.
it's neither here nor there.
It was in my
We-
Gmail.
It was in your Gmail, but you didn't open it until it was too late. Okay? So could we get back to the valuable
right.
content which we are giving away for absolutely free? There's no other show like the Court of Love show. Thank you very much.
Agreed.
Okay, so we've discussed the money. How long? This is something that's been on my mind because you don't want to appear too desperate when you're dating. Everything appears desperate. Responding to a text too quickly, being too eager. How
Yeah.
long do you think somebody should wait before scheduling another date with somebody?
I would like to have between 4 to 7 days for my next date.
Miss Mika, that was not the question. Actually,
I'm trying to tell you that I would like to have the next date between 4 and 7 days later.
okay, that's not my question.
So I reiterate. We could set the date up maybe, the next day, 2 days later, something like that, for 4 to 7 days after the previous said arrangement.
Well, here's what I don't like. You're just throwing the words something like that out there as if the question that I asked
Okay.
you. Let's go back to the question. It
right,
said,
what was the
how
question?
long before you schedule another date after the first date? And you just breezed over it with something like that, 1 or 2 days. The question is not when are you going to have the date. The question is when do you reach out to the person? Do you understand
Okay,
the
that's
question?
not what you said. You didn't say when you're going to reach out to the person.
Well, let's ask the audience. Audience, applause if I am correct. Wow. Now, everybody applause if Miss Mika is correct.
Oh, okay. Your finger is
Hey,
on
come
the-
on. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
That's all right.
Guys,
That's okay.
she is a great host. Co-host.
that's all right.
Permanent co-guest. Guest permanent ghost.
Ghost.
We're going to talk about ghosting, too, I think.
Yeah, I think we should.
I don't know. We probably won't, but, I just wanted to, give the viewers some entertaining
Okay.
content.
But yeah, I think you should set it up, schedule it, set it up. Maybe, I don't know, 2 days later, something like that.
2 days later. Okay. So give them a call 2 days later or something. Oh, we have a comment. LOL. Thank you. We appreciate any form of English grammar, whether it is one word, an entire sentence,
All right.
an emoji, perhaps a winky face to the very handsome Judge Love. Oh, scandalous. Why, thank you. Okay, can we
Whenever
we
you're
move
done.
on?
Just whenever
Could
you're
we
done.
move on?
'cause
I am
was
ready to move.
and You don't, I don't understand.
Listen, when I interrupt you, you do not interrupt me back. That is the one rule on the show: is when the judge interrupts you, you cannot interrupt back.
All right, let's start.
So I want to go to calling versus texting. Do you think it is a more manly approach to have that phone call, or do you kind of look at it as like, well, if he's calling often, I don't know if I like that because I might be busy, and then he might misconstrue things if I don't return the call right away. Do you think calling is more appropriate or texting?
I would like to have that phone call. I would. I'm a very traditional person. I like that. Now, later on down the line, 2, 3, 4 months or something, you get a text message during lunch.
Yeah.
I'll pick you up after, how about I pick you up at 5 today? Whatever. We go to dinner, something like that.
First of all, I'm sorry to interrupt. It
No,
cannot
you're
be
fine.
5 p.m. because we have a show from 4 to 5 p.m. So you have obligations here. Thank you. I'm
Okay.
sorry. Go on.
If he just canceled the date for me, I want to apologize.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But I really want to talk about. You see, this is why when you're an audience member, please come to the show with Hall's cough drops.
If you could. It's very refreshing on the throat area.
Hall's cough drops, they are very refreshing. Please use the products when you come here, especially
Please.
during the winter time.
In the candy dish.
Could we get back to the subject at hand, Ms. Mika?
mean, We don't have.
Could you entertain us? This one request I have for the show. Okay, so you would say texting is appropriate later on once certain things are established, that there's respect in the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, oh my goodness, we are getting so much love on the Court of Love show. Oh my goodness. We are getting so much love on Facebook. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Great. Okay, so I wanna give you this phrase real quick, and I wanna pull this thing apart because dating goes so deep. There's so much damage you can do in one text message, and we are gonna pull this thing apart. Okay, I have constructed this line here. All right. Did you maybe want to hang out sometime? Now, let's say this is not somebody you instantly hit it off the bat with right away. You know, you're like, okay, I might give this person a chance, like before you hear this text message. Okay. Now, let's go over it again. Did you maybe want to hang out sometime? Could you break that down a little bit? Do you think?
I mean, my automatic answer is no. Did I maybe want to hang out sometime? Okay. Now, presuming this is somebody, a dating level kind of person, okay? Presuming. You've just put yourself in the friend zone. I didn't even have to do it. You are already in the friend zone.
You're right.
You said, would you maybe like to hang out with me sometime? So there's no definite date. We ended that on sometime, okay? So I don't know when you're talking about. Hang out, I hang out with my friends. That's what I do. You know, I go.
She does not have any friends. Just kidding. I'm sorry. It's not me. It's the audience.
Right. Okay. But I'm serious. You know, would you maybe? Okay, if you're going to ask me on a date, ask me on a date. Don't do all this roundabout stuff. The answer is no. Go on. Next.
Okay. I wholeheartedly agree with you there. You already put yourself in a friend zone situation. So, first of all, we're going to cover did you. I'm asking for permission to date somebody. I'm not going to ask them for permission. I'm going to, be a man about it. I'm going to say we are doing this. Or not we're. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. We're going to talk about that. Okay. Did you maybe want to hang out sometime?
Yeah.
Did you? I'm asking the girl for permission, which is they don't like that. Maybe I'm giving her a way out. I'm not being confident with it. Hang out is not a date, and sometime is like whenever you're available. Whenever. I don't want to be too much of a burden on you. Now, the correct way, I think, there's many correct ways about it. This is my approach, and I want you to comment on it. If you have anything nice to say. If you don't, we would like to move on to a different part of the show because it's important not to hurt the judge's feelings.
On camera.
On camera. Thank you. So, how about we meet for coffee Tuesday at 6 p.m. at the following location so I can make you smile? Question mark. What do you think about that? Now, think about it from a point of not that what has Judge Love said to me that angered me during the show. Just kind of come at it from a perspective that you're fresh and you had Mentos.
Fresh. So clean. Don't worry. You wouldn't get it. So.
I know about music. Judge Love is the one that made the roof raise back in the day when you would pump up the jams.
So, yes, I think that's a great statement.
Well, did you remember the statement I made?
I did.
Okay, I think you didn't, but anyway.
I did too.
You said it's a great statement.
It is. It's a great question because it ended with a question mark.
So you approve of my method of assuming the close, assuming that
assume that this person, is going to do it, and if they don't, then okay, whatever.
Great.
It's part of rejection.
Text that women hate. Could you give me an example?
Come over.
Oh my gosh.
Pull up. Hey. Because whenever they text you, hey, they say, hey, and then so you're like, hey.
I have one. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, but the
finish
next
it.
one, the next one that they send you after hey is always, what's up? Am I lying?
Was it with 2 Z's or double S?
No, it's 2 S's usually.
Okay. How about this one? Good morning. Now,
Okay.
let me tell you why I don't like good morning. It's cute in the beginning, but what happens when you're 3 months into a relationship, and let's say you don't have that same texting spark you used to? When you say good morning, it's really obligatory, I think. Now I have to respond good morning within that time span, and maybe I don't get up until 3 p.m. Did you ever think about that? And then I get up at 3 p.m. and I say good afternoon, and the other person's like, I'm not going out with him anymore. Good afternoon. Where were you for 3 hours when I needed you? When I needed your Hall's cough drops. Hall's cough drops can change your relationship.
Oh God, here we go, y'all.
They will make
Lord,
you a
somebody
better
please-
man.
Somebody please give him a damn Halls. Does anybody have a Halls?
Okay. So thank you for that. So you know what, we're having a really great show, I think. I think it's going pretty good.
I do too.
You know,
I
don't
think
like
that
the
Halls is gonna love us.
I don't like the long pause you gave me. And you know what? This is something we didn't even think about. I
What?
love when you just get that spark and you're like, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I have heard that verbal communication is only 7% of communication of what you're saying.
All right.
So body language is about 80%. Do you think that's true? Or what percentage would you say body language would
It's
be?
body language and your tone as well.
Tone is, yeah, very good. Very good. Tone, I agree. Tone is good.
I can't remember the exact percentages on those, but it's definitely tone has got a lot to do with that.
Well, I'm talking about to you. What would you say? Like, would you say body language is the majority of the conversation?
yeah.
Okay, good. So you can appear more confident if you have kind of a
Sit up straight and tall.
kind of get that pep in your step.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, here we go.
So, okay, body language is important.
Yeah.
It's so shocking how much harm you could do with the wrong body language. So, could you give me an example of like what do you think is going on with this body language right here?
Well, that's closed body language. You don't want to be bothered.
I don't want, but I mean, I want to, maybe I'm on a date and maybe like I like the girl too much and I want to be like kind of like cool, you know? Do you think that's well, okay, give me a cool pose for a guy, like maybe like this?
Are you trying to cover up a bump? That's what's going to go into my head if you're up there like this.
Hey, what's going on, girl?
What you got going on underneath those hands? Because don't think you're about to put that mouth on me.
Okay, well, what about this? See, exposed.
Got that large pimple on the side trying to hide that between the beard, huh?
Okay, so don't touch your face is what you're saying.
I mean, you can touch your face. I just think it's weird if every time you talk, you're like this.
I'm not saying for talking. I'm saying for sitting there receiving the communication from the
Okay,
other
if
person.
you're, something, lean back a little, I don't know.
The
something.
lean back.
You gotta
A
lean,
little bit of
lean,
Get that lean right there.
But,
lean cuisine.
yeah, it works. Lean cuisine. So, I think that if they're leaning forward, then they're going to be more, that's showing that they're, really interested in what you're saying or whatnot. It kind of depends.
Okay, so I would say that's more attentive to like what the other person's saying. What about the fingers crossed? Do you think that's
That
okay?
doesn't bother me.
Okay, fingers crossed. What about let's see, like, do you feel like this is too like
Interview-ish.
No, I was like, just like I really like this on myself. This kind of pose, I kind of feel like it's like a little power play. Do you think it's too much?
I mean, I do, but at the same time, it looks like you're trying to do a Snapchat video. You're up here you're talking to a girl, and you're over here doing this.
Okay, well, I do not believe that it is like that at all. But if you like to think like that, we can
Judge Love.
we can cut. Can
You did not.
we can cut that.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, take Beano before so there'll be no gas during the show.
Okay. All right, so moving right along. Text that women hate. What about this? I hear waiting to respond to texts raises a person's interest level because they're wondering what you're doing when you're taking that time. And then they're rewarded the next day, several hours later, with your response. Do you think there's any merit to that? That waiting gives you more value?
No, because I'm just thinking, where's he at? What's he doing?
Exactly. So you're raising your interest, would you say?
I didn't say it's raising my interest. I just want to know what's, it's not making me like you more. Oh my God, he must be sitting longing for me. It's not like that. It's like, must be busy. Doesn't have time for me.
Okay. I guess it depends on the context of the situation. But again,
I agree.
It does depend on the context of the situation. Okay, so I think if you're asking me a question, if the person's like, if it's something that has nothing to do with the date, like, what color shirt do you like to wear? I'm not, I don't have time for that. We are filming a show right now. I do not have time to respond to what color shirt do you like? And maybe after the show, I might forget to respond to that because it's not, it doesn't really impact me in like, oh, I need to get, if you're asking me, where are we going tomorrow? Then I'm like, all right, well, I have to respond to this within, a few hours, reasonable amount. I would say a reasonable amount of time with something to do with an event tomorrow, 1 to 3 hours.
Okay.
1 to 3 hours.
All right.
Is that so wrong?
You sure you all right?
We're fine. We're fine.
Who is we?
Me and my imaginary friend George, who likes Hall's cough drops. Because they were there for you in 1974 when you had a sore throat at a baseball game.
Oh my God.
Somebody in 1974 had a sore throat at a baseball game and used the Hall cough drops.
We weren't even born then.
I don't care if I didn't. Oh, did I say? I did it, or Miss Mika did it. Somebody somewhere in 1974 was at a baseball game. And they didn't feel well, and they had a Hall's cough drops.
Okay, can said person in 1974 say the next question?
You're going to be waiting a long time. You know why? Because they're out right now enjoying Hall's cough drops. Okay. All right. So, what is micro cheating?
God, very good one. Very, very good one. Yeah. Okay. So you didn't just go out and have sex. You're cheating. You're like, well, I mean, let's cut to the chase. This is Court of Love. Let's get it in.
That's right. It is Court of Love.
So you didn't go out and had sex. However, you've been emotionally, you've been talking to this person. When you have a whole girlfriend sitting right here, or boyfriend or whatever, that's not right. What do you think?
So you think it's more than the physical aspect? Do you think it's the emotional aspect of contacting somebody constantly? I think so too. Well, yeah, I think the micro part of it comes from actively reaching out to people that you shouldn't be talking to. And I'm not saying like friends, there's a fine line there. But, just like some guy you met at a bar 2 years ago contacts you out of the blue and you entertain back and forth. And I don't think that's right. I think you should just like stop responding or, thank you, I'm married. But, it exists.
Mm-hmm. It does. I don't agree with it. How do you stop it?
Oh, how do you stop it?
How do you prevent
the
that?
best cure to any disease is prevention, I think, okay? And here's what I mean by prevention. There's got to be a define the relationship talk at some point in every relationship, I would say. Whether it's obvious or kind of subtle clues, that sort of thing. So best case scenario for a guy, let's say the girl asks the guy, so are you seeing anybody else? where's this going? That sort of deal. What she's trying to say is, I want to be your girlfriend or exclusive. Would you say
Okay.
so? After like, let's say 8 dates, and then she says, I want to know where this is going. Would you say that she's going for girlfriend territory? Do not disagree. You are on the Court of Love show. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not allowed to disagree, so I have to say yes.
Very good. Now, if you did have to disagree,
I really don't disagree.
oh, okay, okay. All
I
right,
agree.
good. All right, well, that's all right. So, what I'm saying is, when you get that talk of where this is going, we'll say like, okay, well, are you talking to any exes? Do you have any exes on Facebook? You talking to any other guys you shouldn't be? Stuff like that. And I think that nobody really tells you to do that. I think it's just a smart business move, because when you enter a relationship with someone, you're essentially entering a new business. It's almost the same thing, and you're going to check the other person out if you're get a business partner. You're like, okay, well, yes.
Can I be totally honest here?
No. This is not. This is a courtroom. This is not a place for honesty.
I feel, and this is all, this is in all seriousness. Before I enter a relationship, I check references. I do a background check. This includes at least one baby mama, if there are children. This includes your mother.
Oh,
I want to talk to your mom. If I don't already have a rapport with her or the dad or what have you, I need to know what kind of person, what kind of people they are. Because who did you raise? You know, I need to know. Does he have a problem digging in his nose when he's alone? Like, what does he do? I need to know these things. That's embarrassing. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. I need to do my own reference checks. I need to know what kind of people that your friends are, because, you know, you are a reflection upon your friends. This is how they act. This is how you act, which is fine and which could not be correct. You know, it just kind of depends. I just want to know what kind of thing I'm getting into before I agree to be your relationship business partner.
Right. So first of all, we're going to get into the nose digging portion that you just said in a second. But I want to say, I completely forgot. Nose digging. There was something else there. Okay, well, we'll just go to the nose digging segment. So you're saying you want to know that stuff before you enter in a relationship. You're not going to find that online. How are you going to figure that out? You said you're going to ask the guy's mom?
Okay. What I need to know is where you've been for the last 4 minutes. No, but for real, I want to know these things. There are certain things that you cannot learn just by him telling you. There's things you just can't learn. You have to learn it from what they do, how they act, you know, what they're around. You know, I'm just saying, I need to know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Am I wrong for that? What you think?
I think you need to research the person online, and you need to make your demands clear. But I mean, I see what you're saying. You want to see if they dig into that nostril.
True. Now, because you said that, I just want to point out that I have already Googled them by date number 2. Let's point that out. And if it's a blind date, you've been Googled before you've been met. That's all honesty, because I am too old to get stolen. Just saying.
Are you done?
No, I'm continuing talking. Where are you? Come on.
I'm sitting right next to you.
Come on.
And you know what? I'm taller than you right now. I'm taller than you.
Keywords there are right now, ladies and gentlemen.
I am very important. I have a pen. As I was saying. Very good. What is the best place to meet women? Anywhere Judge Love goes. That was good. Oh my gosh, that was good. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that. Oh, hey, Veronique. Mika, My husband asks, would you be willing to give the same to a person who wants exactly what you said? And I cannot see the comment.
Exactly what I said.
Could you pull the feed up?
Again?
Could you pull the feed up on your phone? Because, all right, so Veronique says, my husband asks, would you be willing to give the same to a person who wants exactly what you, I think it says said.
Okay.
Yes, said.
Exactly what I said.
Turn the volume down. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But then I'm also I'm a lot different from a lot of people, and I'm very good at listening to both sides and thinking, okay, you know, so he digs in his nose. Maybe I can deal with that. That is not a real statement. I just want to point this out, but I'm just making the you know.
Openness about who you are, meeting friends and family.
Oh yeah. Come on, please.
Okay.
I want for you to meet who I hang out with. I want you to meet the kind of person. I want you to see how my house is. I want you to see how I live. I do, because if you're not where I am or more, I don't need somebody down here. I need an upgrade. No. That's the truth. And if you don't fit in, quote unquote, with my friends, my family, meaning, let's say maybe you guys just don't get along for whatever reason. And I'm not saying with everybody, but you know, my friends are pretty, you know, they're level-headed. They've got a good head on their shoulders. And, you know, if you can't, you know, at least be respectful toward my friends, my family, kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Kick rocks.
Okay, so
Both feet.
Now, I am familiar with this game, Kick the Can. Does that have anything to do with kick rocks?
Yes, it does.
Well, would you like to elaborate on that?
No.
Okay. Well, I thought I asked you the best place to meet women, and you just gave me this.
I have no idea. I wasn't trying to meet one.
Okay, well, I know the best place to meet women, and
where's it at?
okay, so
What's the
this is a
exact
super
address?
secret thing that you guys are going to hear first, okay? Meetup.com is a website where you can go to several hundred different social gatherings in any state you're in. You can choose them by city, by whatever the event is about, knitting, sewing, cooking. Now, Judge Love is an avid crocheter, actually. And what do you think the spread is in a guy going to a crochet event? Maybe 50% guys, 50% girls. It's 9-1. Judge Love is number one. And the women, there's 9 of them. So you tell me, where is the best place to meet women? Well, don't tell me. It was a rhetorical question. I just told you. So crochet
you're
events.
telling all the men to learn how to crochet.
Learn how to crochet.
So they can sit in a class full of old women.
Did you ever think that these old women might have a daughter?
Ooh.
No, you didn't, because Judge
You mean
Love
a
is one step
granddaughter.
right ahead of you.
You talking about the grandbaby. That's what you're talking about.
It's a start.
I'm sorry.
The point is, there's much more women than guys. Even
I
if
get the point. Yes, you're right.
you get the point. Okay,
You're
good.
absolutely right.
Okay, so you would
That
agree.
is
You think I
70 or
found the
older.
jackpot then?
70 or older. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cougar Town.
You know, you're trying to drive the bus, and you're driving on. You're not quite driving on the wrong side of the road. You're in the turning lane, but you're in the turning lane much longer than you should be.
I'm just saying. Okay, but I get what you're saying. But you okay. All right.
Okay, just to interrupt, because it's my job to interrupt Miss Mika. But call in the show with your questions on dating and relationships, and we might even ask you a question. Mm-hmm. The phone number is 470-251-4343. 943. We are very eager to answer your. Well, not too eager. We don't want to be desperate. Okay. If you call, we're not going to pick up on the first ring. You think we don't have anything better to do? Are you kidding me? We got a show to put on for you. We will pick up on ring number 2.5.
Y'all, please excuse him. We want to apologize.
You don't want to give it all. You don't want to give all the goods too easy.
Okay.
Ring
Are you
2.5.
shimmying?
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
And that brings up an interesting point. When, let's say you're getting to know somebody, you've had a couple dates with them, you don't want to appear too desperate when you pick up the phone. Do you, be honest,
All right.
will you wait a couple rings to be like, oh, hello? I wasn't waiting for your phone call night and day.
I've done it. Guilty.
Okay, thank you.
Guilty. I've done it. Does it happen often? No. Because it's 2018. Not too many people talk on the phone anymore.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
you know, if my phone is not right there, you know, I could be watching YouTube on my phone. And here you go calling. You're going to have to wait for that. Because I hadn't had to pause my video.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, hello. That's what you're going to get. But, yeah, I have. But guys do the same
Yeah.
thing, don't they? Nah, they're probably
I
more.
think...
I don't. Come on. Y'all, please take Beano before, because there will be no gas.
You know what? We're going to go to the jury in just a minute. The jury has just arrived in the studio, and I have a question for you.
Yeah,
Are you hungry?
I am.
Okay, good.
I am.
That's good. It's good to be hungry because I'm hungry, and I
Very
think it's
hungry,
very good to.
actually.
Could you get a snack like Starburst so it doesn't wake the whole damn studio? Okay, you know what? We're gonna ask the jury. Who do you think is right here, Miss Mika or Judge Love?
You want some?
I, the jury, agree with Miss Mika. Ricola cough drops.
Oh, wow.
There you go. See?
You know what? I do not agree with Ricola cough drops there. They only have about 3 flavors. And I think the cough drop for America
No, no, sir.
is HALLS.
No.
Do you know
Double
what
no.
that spells? If you went to the 2nd grade, you know what it spells.
Okay.
It spells halls.
Sir,
Make every day
Oh my
a
God.
holiday.
y'all, I want to stop and apologize.
Don't apologize. This is the truth. This is what the people paid for.
The people have not paid.
Well, if they're going to pay for a cough drop, they got to pay for halls. Okay?
All right.
Purchase halls
Okay.
right now
Yeah.
at gethalls.cam.
Okay. What is a debt? Debt cam. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Is there anything else?
No, thank
Is there
you.
anything else?
No, thanks. Thanks for that.
Okay. I mean,
So, to answer his question. Oh, wait, he didn't have a question. He just said Miss Mika's right. Well, you know what?
Miss
He
Mika
can be
is
right.
always right.
You can be right about whatever you want, but you can't be right about the right cough drop if it's Ricola. It's Halls. We know that. Thank you. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I got a question.
What's up?
All right. So, does money make your potential person more attractive?
You're asking me?
I am.
Okay, well,
Oh, shit.
we're taking the glasses off for
Here
this
we
one.
go.
There are 4 types of daters. There's the flexible giver, the professional dater, the ego stroker. What was the 4th one? Flexible giver, professional dater, ego stroker. There's one more.
You might need to put your glasses back on.
Okay, so there's 3 types of daters. We have just made a revolutionary statement. There is only 3 types of daters, and that is the flexible giver, the professional dater, the ego stroker. That's it. There's not a 4th category there.
You're going to remember it in like 30 minutes.
There's only 3 categories.
Oh, okay.
Flexible giver, ego stroker, professional dater. Oh, structured taker. Okay. Now, let me give you an example of the money situation. If you're out with a professional dater, you're going to look better when you got that cash, when you got that cash and money. Now, I'm not talking about Monopoly money. I am talking about the hard stuff. The green. The Sprimp. The Sklooge. The Nib Knob. You know what I'm talking about? That's straight up cash money in the house. You're going to look attractive. You can be 70 years old and 30-year-old person sees you with that money, you're instantly 32. Because they will marry you for the money, I think. I think there are people out there that will marry for money and they know it's not going to go anywhere and they're going to get a settlement.
People date for money too.
So I think it's attractive with the right person. Not saying that's right or wrong. But I'm just saying, I think it does make you attractive with a certain demographic of people. And I'm very proud of myself for saying that because it's very diplomatic. So if you would like to clap for us, that would be appropriate now.
I disagree. Well, okay, hold on. Let me back up. I'm very different. Okay, I'm very, very different. Does money make you attractive to me? Absolutely not. I don't care what you drive. I don't care where you live. I don't care what you have in your pocket. I don't care about what'd you say, nip knob?
Schlip schlop.
Okay. I don't care about any of that. If you're a jerk, you're a jerk, and you're not getting a date too. I care nothing about that.
Yeah.
So, that's just me. Am I, wrong for that? It's just my personal, it's just the way that I am. However, there are people, that as soon as they see the cash, we go on date 20, even though I can't stand the sight of you.
That's right.
Because money does not physically make you more attractive. If you look like that,
Yeah.
$1 million in your pocket is still gonna make you look like that. Okay, just saying.
Okay. So also, oh my gosh,
Could
the bailiff get that man some?
Somebody get security.
Forget about security. Hall's cough drop is the only answer to that man. There's no way security's going to be able to
But
handle it.
security's old. I know they have halls.
Halls
Old
versus
people have
security.
halls.
You know who's going to win? The Halls, because the Halls is going to sneak up. The Halls is going to sneak up. It's going to get in there. That security guard, he can't get in there like that. The Halls sneaks up and the judo chops with that ice cold mint.
Okay, don't
But
put your jujitsu down.
There are a variety of
Put down the
flavors
Taebo.
as well that are not mint, because I like strawberry.
Nobody asked. We didn't
The
even
viewers
ask.
need to know the best cough drop. Thank you. So now we're going to talk about what an alpha male looks like. Would you like to give your description?
After that, okay, alpha male. As I've said before, I'm traditional. I like the man that knows what he's doing. He's oh my gosh, he takes charge. He's the leader. I want for you to lead me, because I'm a strong person. Okay, so I like that. I like the leadership role that an alpha male takes on.
So ultimately leadership. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, not saying that I want somebody come on, have my dinner ready at 6. I'm not talking about like that. 'Cause that's no. I learned that from when I did my interview with your mom.
Ooh.
I don't mean to be like rude or anything, but I know. I mean, you learn these.
You
things.
did an interview with my mother?
I did
Why
not
was
do
I
an
not
interview
there?
with your mother in particular.
That's what you said. You need to
Come
clarify
on.
to the
We
viewers
just- okay.
that it was not Judge Love's mother.
It was not Judge Love's mother.
Thank you. Okay. Do you have any more to say on the alpha situation?
Hi, Miss Judge Love.
It's Mrs.
Mrs.
Okay, sorry. All right.
Or S.
Letting guys down easy.
Yeah.
All right. How do you think you should let a guy down? Let's say you've had a few dates and he's calling you. Hey, come over. We're going to have a great time. I got your favorite show, the Halls show. There's a bunch of cough drops, and they get together and have a Christmas
Yeah,
party,
that's gonna be
and it's a great holiday. That's my favorite show. Don't interrupt me. Okay, go ahead. It's my favorite show.
Okay. No. We're at this point where I'm not answering the phone anymore. You said we're at date 3 or 4?
Day 3 or 4.
Okay, well, when did I find out I didn't like him?
After he spent $100 on an expensive bottle of wine and cooked for you at his house. I'm gonna make this good. You're not just getting away with like 3 bad coffee dates. No, he cooked for you. He's a Michelin chef. He spent $100 on that wine. He carved an ice sculpture out of mayonnaise because they ran out of ice at the store, and he just happened to have 10 gallons of mayonnaise at his house. And how are you gonna carve that?
Okay, I get you. But this is, you said date 3 or 4, so that means we're just gonna say date 4. So that means date 3. What did he do? Did I like him at date 3?
No, let's say he did date 4. Yeah, date 3, like first 3 dates, you were happy with it. You know, he took you to some nice places. It didn't blow your socks off. Date 4 blew your socks off, but there was just something about him where you're like, I can't deal with that. Regardless of what it is, and he's calling you, I mean, you're going to feel bad a little bit, right? If you don't pick up, because he made you an ice sculpture out of mayonnaise. He made you steak tartare, which is illegal in 17 countries.
What did he do that made me not like him anymore?
Well, every 15 minutes, he just says, damn it!
Okay.
And that's not it, though. He gets upset about very trivial things. But when he's with you, he treats you with respect. He's a gentleman. He's a gentleman. He gets the chair, he gets the car door, everything. But the littlest things about things being out of place really bother him. Like, damn it, the shoe. Who put the shoe over there?
Okay. That's a combination of 2 different things. Number 1 is Tourette's. Number 2 is anger management. I cannot deal with either one. Not saying that there's something wrong with, everybody has issues. That's not the part. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that Miss Mika will not be partaking in that at all until said medication has been consumed.
Okay. And you know what medication I enjoy for that?
Okay, but what's the next? Next? No.
I was going to say to just sit down and have a nice talk with the man.
With a man?
Well, weren't you dating a guy theoretically in this situation?
Oh, okay, I'm listening. Yes.
So you're saying that if the problem is addressed, that you would be willing to stick by him after 4 dates? Okay. But would you bring it up, though? I mean, how are you going to bring that up? I love the mayonnaise sculpture and the steak tartare, but you just have an attitude that's not good.
Hey, you know what? I had a friend of mine that had Tourette's. Do you know anything about that?
It's a very serious
You know,
thing.
she was taking some medication. Do you know what medications would be good for that? Oh, you don't? You should go to the doctor.
Okay. So remember that bus that you were driving earlier? And you got in the turning lane. And then you got back.
That's a long light.
And then so you got back from the turning lane. And I'm like, okay, this is going good. You're driving the bus. And then you make a left turn at a red light, and there's people crossing the crosswalk when you talk about Tourette's like that. You didn't hit anybody, though. You didn't hit anybody. And there were no cameras at the stop sign, but there is a camera here. But you know what? This is really fun.
It is.
It's really fun. It's really fun to be here. If you ever want to be a guest on the show, you guys send us an email at courtofloveshow@gmail.com because we can fit you into the courtroom. We can fit you into the courtroom.
We can.
You better believe it.
We have enough room for halls, apparently.
There's a whole hallway here for halls. It's a magical land. It's a real
Halls.
courtroom. Thank you. Thank you for your questions that you didn't ask. Oh, well, we still have some time here. This is great. Excuse me? Were you going to say something?
I didn't.
Okay, well. How long is too long to wait to respond to a text message that has nothing to do with an upcoming date? Pre-girlfriend stage. Which can be anywhere to 6 dates. 1 to 6 dates, I say.
How long is too long? What's the text?
The question is, do you prefer mayonnaise or mustard? And it's
Neither
not that she's making a sandwich for the date. She's just curious.
Just okay. Tell her I like to text after I get off from work at 5:30 if you want to text me back later.
Okay, so
I mean, come on. I honestly, okay, in all seriousness, I would not respond to that. I refuse. First of all, my answer is neither one because I don't eat either one of those. But the answer is I'm not responding to that. Really?
I see your point. Because if you do respond to that, you're kind of making the grounds of you're letting it happen. Like you're letting more texts potentially get in your phone that make no sense. Like, hey, what's up? Was you up to?
Hey.
Hey, good morning, beautiful. Good morning. I noticed you haven't replied to my text message yet.
So let me send you 3 more.
You still haven't responded, and it's been a month. What is going on? Caps lock! Exclamation point! Double exclamation point!
Send me your number so we can talk about it. Get all in your DM and stuff. Yeah. That's
Hey,
not gonna work.
you must have lost my number. Here it is again. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so what you're saying is you just wouldn't respond to that. If it's a crap text message, you're just not going to respond. You're going to be like, hey, I'll talk about it when I get off work, implying that you don't want to respond to anything that's not life-threatening or about an upcoming date, correct? I mean, I'm kind of putting words in your mouth. But
You did. You did.
you like those words. Come on. Most of the
Not-
time. Sometimes.
Not the
Once.
day.
Once.
Yes. On July the 3rd at one time at 1 o'clock p.m. Central Time.
Okay. All right. So, what do you think about people? Let's that have roommates of the opposite gender.
That's somebody else you're going to have to interview.
So
You have to interview them.
okay? So you don't like? Okay, well, I don't like it. I don't like a girl coming out of the shower and she's got a male roommate. I'm working from the outside and he's already there. He's already on the inside.
Yeah, the more I sit up here and think about it, there's no way that would work. That's just not happening.
Yeah, I think
No.
some parts of the world it's like socially acceptable to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, not
Not
up
in this
here.
courtroom.
No, not dating Miss Mika. The more I think about it, the answer is just no. It's just no.
A resounding no.
Yes.
I think you look
because,
better when you say
You
that.
know full well that you're going to get that call, that text message, that whatever, email, that crying one. Oh, I had been drinking and he was there and I was there and there was mayonnaise. No, hell no. No, absolutely not. I don't believe you. Reputation ruined.
Reputation ruined. Affirmative.
Yeah.
What do you think about people that are perpetually late for a date? Let's say you're dating. Why are you smiling? Are you guilty as charged? Do I have to hit the?
Okay. All I'm saying is that if you're dating me and you want me to be there at 4 o'clock, I highly suggest you tell me it's 3:45.
Now, yeah, that's so you're saying the guy should tell the girl, "Hey, I'll be there at 3:45," so that the guy comes 15 minutes later because he knows you're going to be late. I mean, I kind of put that in a confusing way. What you're saying is, if you want me to be ready at 4 o'clock, you tell me that we're going out at 3:45, right? So that you'll actually be ready by 4 o'clock because you're gonna be late to. Okay, all right, I got it. That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but that's not all the time. You know, I'm not saying that that I personally wouldn't be late 3, 4, 5 times.
We got a couple minutes here, so we're gonna kind of like plug in all of our. That is a real problem in our courtroom. We need to get that man some of the greatest drops that are of coughing nature, and those is Hall's cough drops. They save people's marriages.
They do not save people's marriages.
Yes, they do. Let me explain.
No, they don't.
Let me explain.
Your marriage is cold. It's just cold.
Let me explain, please. Let's say your wife comes home. She's sick. You're a stay-at-home dad. You make $32 a year. And what do you spend your money on? Hall's cough drops. Enough said. Enough said. So, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. What a fun episode today. Miss Mika, thank you for being here. And thank you to the ones that stood by our side. Hall's cough drops. And there will be a huge Status Network launch party coming up on September 30th, which is a Sunday. Do you know what time it's from? I know what time it is. Did you do your homework? No, you didn't.
I did not do my homework at all.
Well, that's why you're getting a pay deduction today. It's going to be 3 p.m. until 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
You're going to see a bunch of Status Network personalities. Judge Love will do autographs for $12 per letter. So, here is we have our sponsors there on the flyer for the Status Network sponsors. And I think that is going to be the best time of your life because Judge Love said it is. And if it's not the best time of your life, you can blame it on Miss Mika. So, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, again for a fantastic show. And we will be back with more Hall's cough drops than you have ever seen.
Just a crazy amount. We're really excited about
So thank you again, and we are signing off.